this segment of the program is all about high intensity 30-second intervals. We'll pick up 2 exercises and train 3 lots of 30 seconds, alternating between exercises for a total of 3 minutes per set. Let's get straight into it. For this exercise, we're combining bench push-ups with some mountain climbers. So starting with your bench push-up, you just want to make sure that you're keeping a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle and dropping nice and deep into those push-ups. And then we're going to change it up and just making sure that you're keeping that core engagement, and then working some mountain climbers by throwing your knees all the way up to your chest and back, alternating between these 2 exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. For this combination, we're going to start off with some tricep dips, and we're going to alternate with some bench burpees on this one. So starting with the triceps dips first, you can see that I've got my knees nice and straight, so that prevents me from cheating and leveraging off my legs. And just making sure, go as deep as you can and come straight back up. And then we're going to change it up and we're going to work some bench burpees from there. So you can see I'm jumping back, going into that assisted push-up, and then when I come up, I'm not jumping back up, so I'm just keeping the joint impact off my knees for this particular exercise, and we're going to alternate between the 2 exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. For this exercise, we're going to combine our bench crunch with a prone leg extension. So you can see I'm giving myself a little bit of head support for this one, but just making sure that my elbows are staying out and I'm looking straight up so that there's no yanking of the neck. And then just working on those crunches. And then what we're going to do, we're going to turn around and we're going to get into that prone position and we're working some leg extensions. So what you want to do is you want to get your knees all the way to the floor or very close to the floor and then lift back up into that straight plank line. Let's alternate between these two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. For this combination, we're going to work a crucifix hips raise and we're going to combine it with a prone plank. So you can see I start off seated with my arms wide right up against the bench and then I lift all the way up until there's a straight line from the ankle all the way to the shoulder. So you really want to get that lower back and glutes and hamstrings engagement for this one. And then what we'll do, we're going to turn around, we're going to get into that prone position and we're just holding up a basic plank from here. So again, very important to keep a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle, keep that core engaged and just make sure you're protecting your back as well. Let's alternate between these two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. For this exercise, we're going to combine donkey kicks with mountain climbers. So we're going to donkey kick with the left side first, and then what we'll do is we'll change it up, work some donkey kicks with the right, just pushing straight up and really getting that glutes engagement. And then we're going to switch it up and work some mountain climbers from there. So maintaining that line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle, and then throwing those knees all the way to your chest. Your turn to try this one for yourself. For this exercise, we're going to combine corn cob push-ups with a basic plank. So starting with the corn cob push-ups, you can see I'm holding either side of the flat bench, but if you need to go a little bit narrower than that, that's okay, as long as your fingers are pointing out and not pointing forward. And then it's a matter of trying to hit those push-ups using one side at a time. And then what we're going to do is we're simply going to change our hand position, drop onto your elbows and hold a plank. So you want to make sure you're keeping a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle, keeping that core engagement and protecting your back throughout. Nice steady breathing through this exercise, and let's alternate between the two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. A nice legs combination for this exercise, you guys. So we're working a bench get up. So it's a matter of just sitting down on the bench and then lifting up into what looks like a squat, but you're getting that support when you're seated on the bench down the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to combine this with an isometric squat. So we're going to step forward a little bit so you're away from your bench. We're going to drop down into that squat position and we're just going to hold that pose for 30 seconds. We're going to alternate between these two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn to try it. For this exercise, we're combining some bench crunches with an elevated glutes bridge. So starting with the crunches first, just making sure you've got a vertical thigh bone on this one so that your hips and your lower abs are engaged, and then just crunching up and really working on those upper abs. And then what we're going to do is just place our heel on the bench. We're going to lift into an elevated glutes bridge. Now, when you come up for this one, you want to try and hit that straight line from your shoulder all the way to your knee, which means you've got to make sure that your hips are lifted enough for this exercise. We're going to alternate between these two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn to try it. Well done for getting through your workout today, guys. Let's take a moment to stretch and cool our body back down now. Comment and let us know what you thought of today's workout, and remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest workouts.